Hello, Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of the Inked Happiness. Today, I'm going to show you a very rare pen, a goat pen of sorts. People have been, some of you, of course, have been requesting me that I show this pen because this is a very rare pen. It's not easily available in the market, and it is something that we can be genuinely proud of because it is a local pen. It was made in Calcutta, so it's an Indian pen, and how do I put it? It's an example of the heights of craftsmanship that we had attained once upon a time in the last century, about say 70, 75 or 80 years back. And it is something that many of you want to see. So, my friends, I'm going to show you a Gooptu pen today. Not just any Gooptu pen, Gooptu's Perfection. Now, I say this because, Prince Nath Gooptu, who is from Calcutta, had gone to England as a young man, had gone to Europe to study about business, to look at opportunities, and after he came back, he had established a pen-making unit in his house in Middleton Street, which is just off Canuck Street, near Park Street. Now, when he started that, they were primarily holder pens. I think I have done a video about Gooptu's dip pens or holder pens or pens. They used to manufacture the nibs and the pens both in Middleton Street. Now, this company, F.N. Gooptu and Company, over a period of time, got into the manufacturing of various writing instruments, and at one point in their glorious history, they were the sole, I don't know, I'm not sure about whether they were the sole, but they were among the largest suppliers of writing instruments like pencils and dip pens and everything and other paraphernalia to the government of India. So that was a huge, so you can understand the scale. They were doing it on a pan-India level, and they were huge in terms of their production. And by this time, their factory was shifted to Beleghatta. I think it was number 12 Beleghatta. It fails me. So it was in Beleghatta, and this factory was visited by none other than Mahatma Gandhi, and there are written records of Mahatma Gandhi praising their production facilities and what they were doing for the nation, and their their skill sets. So that's one part. But what really interests us, fountain pen lovers, are the Perfection pens, the Gooptu's Perfection pens. So this is the pen that I am going to show you today. This is the original box. It's written Perfection fountain pen. Every pen guaranteed. F.N. Gooptu and Company, Kolkata. the largest fountain pen makers in India. So this is something that they were proudly writing on their box, the largest fountain pen makers in India. So, and this is the pen. This is the Gooptu's Perfection. You have Gooptu's written here. You have Gooptu's Perfection written on the nib. I will not write with this pen because this is very fragile. As you can see, this is pretty old. This is very fragile, and I will not ink it up. But trust me, this is a gold nib. It is extremely soft. It's extremely soft, and it has a slight, the tines spread when you write, so there is a flex to the nib. And naturally, gold nibs are more flexible because gold as a material is softer than steel or the other materials that are used, and because this pen has been well used, as you can see, I don't know whether it will be visible to you in the in the video, but the person who used to hold this pen, his grip, his finger grip, there are indentures here on his grip marks. So naturally, the nib too has, corroded at a certain angle, giving it a sweet spot. Now this is something what is a sweet spot? Like if one person is writing with one ink and writing at length, then over many months, over a long period of time, a part of the nib that constantly hits the paper tends to corrode, and it tends to kind of smoothen out. So that part is, whoever is the real user of the pen, the owner of the pen, he or she feels that part. And for someone a couple of generations down the line taking up the pen, if that person is a genuine pen lover, it becomes their pleasure to seek out that soft spot. So this pen has that soft spot. This is the pen. I have been meaning to show you this pen for a long time. Gooptu's Perfection is also written here in the body, here. But I think that will also not be visible. I can feel it here. But maybe we will be able to show you. It's Gooptu's Perfection, made in Favorite Deluxe. It's very soft, very difficult to read, but this is the pen. This is one of my treasures. This is one of my favorite possessions. This Gooptu's closed shop in the 60s. So this pen, even if this was made on the very last day of its being, then also this is 65 years old. But provenance says, and the person from whom I had collected this pen, this belonged to this person's father. And he had told me that this is at least 80 years old, 80 to 85 years. I'm not sure. He had given me the original box and the pen, and so this is it. This is Gooptu's Perfection. I have done many stories about Gooptus in my blog, so they are there in the blog. So if you want to read up the background story, if you want to check out the history of Gooptus, please feel free to visit the blog. It's the same name, www.inkhappiness.com. You can check out the blog for the stories, and if you want, I'm not sure whether I have done stories on Gooptu's pencils and their dip pens. Here, if you want, please write. I'll also check if I have not done. I will certainly do these stories for you, because I have some pencils, Gooptu's pencils. They, also used to make those red and blue pencils, red on the one side, blue on the other, which was a staple of governments, and they used to make all these dip pens that were used in the government. So I have them. If you want, I can show them to you. And please write your comments about this pen. What do you think about this pen? And if you want to see some other old pens also, vintage pens, antique pens, and generally, tell you their stories. So thank you for being such a huge help to Ink Happiness, because, without you guys viewing and liking and sharing and commenting, I wouldn't have come this far. I'm very passionate about pens. It's my love. It takes a lot of my daily time, and I wanted to spread this cult of a fountain pen collections and fountain pen writing with fountain pens, and encourage our young children and encourage people of all ages, in fact, to take up fountain pens to write with them. So please comment, please write, please help us take this channel farther. We are on the verge of having 5,000 subscribers, so we are falling short. So it will be a great help if you have not already subscribed. If you subscribe, and if you ask your friends to subscribe, so that we hit that coveted mark. And thank you. Please keep writing. Thank you. Hope you like the Gooptu pen, and tell me what you think about the Gooptu pen. Thank you.